All right, all right. Wow, wow, wow. What a game. I think you got it right with a draw.
Yeah,
You called 2-2.
yeah, I called Tutu.
1-1.
He
Yeah.
had a draw written all over it. 'Cause they would
Yeah.
cancel. I just kind of knew they would cancel each other, right? And I was very skeptical about that formation, using that Pep's formation against Real Madrid, because you don't play three at the back against Real Madrid. But I think he
Definitely.
changed something. He
It
changed
changed
it.
it. It,
You
it
know what I'm
definitely
saying?
changed it. Yeah.
Second
It
half, he
changed it.
changed it.
Yeah, because we started seeing Stones more in the box than in the
Exactly.
midfield.
Exactly. Yeah. We saw what was the other guy? The other guy, man, that shit wasn't working. What's his name? Diaz. Diaz was just overworking, man. He was being
Yes,
overworked.
yes.
Yeah.
It was overworking, and for sure, I think that would have given a lot of room for Benzema. So Stones went
Mhm.
back in there and helped out a lot defensively.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
that made a lot of difference, going to the second half. But you have to give it to Real Madrid. When have you seen Haaland being completely shut down? We haven't seen
Yeah.
that in we haven't seen that in a minute. Haaland was quiet tonight. Haaland was quiet. So,
Yeah. The locksmith, man. We have to look up the locksmith's name. Because, man, that locksmith did a good job, bro. Because the key,
David Alaba. Did you see the one chance that he had? Any other defender, that's a goal. This is this is
Alaba is not your mate.
yes. This is why we
David
call it
Alaba is
Champions
not your
League.
mate.
Yeah, this is why we call it Champions League. It's not for everybody. It's not for kids.
No, it's not for
You
kids.
have to bring the best of your best, and you have to bring experience.
But
You know,
also here's another thing though. As deadly as Haaland is, right?
yeah,
Haaland is a power striker, right? So that kind of go against someone Alaba, right? You need finesse. You're like not. I'm not talking about finessing the ball. I'm just saying as a player, you need finesse as a player. Like that can't
your
see
your movement. Yeah,
a defender is gonna slide because he's
nine times
anticipating.
out of 10 because he knows you're about to shoot. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
cut that. You see, okay, in his prime, Ronaldo will not miss that. You know what he's gonna do? It's gonna chop. It's gonna just cut
he will
that
always
ball.
he will chop you down.
He will slide right,
Yeah.
and he will finish it. Even at this point, Harry Kane will not miss that goal. He may have not caught up to the ball because he doesn't have that pace, but the ball
If
with
he
the
gets to
possession,
the ball, it's a wrap. Yeah,
yeah, he's cutting that ball. Alaba is sliding and he's finishing that ball. But Haaland had one thing in mind. I'm gonna shoot this ball with power, and you're not gonna be able to stop it. And Alaba knew
right.
that. You know?
Yeah, yeah. You knew he only has one mindset: go for the kill every single time.
Yes, yes.
So
That
someone, yeah.
Lukaku
That
mentality.
Lukaku, that Lukaku mentality, yeah.
Yes.
Once the ball is there, I gotta kill this keeper, nothing else, and you can't stop me. So at
Sometimes
some point, it works sometimes.
like yeah, 60% of the time it works. If you
But this is why we call
but
this Champions League. Again, we saw another beautiful goal. In the second half, Kevin De Bruyne, bro.
I put that goal in the same category as
Yeah,
Gerard's goal or Sunday. You remember the guy named Sunday Olise that played for
Sondalize,
Nigeria?
John and Reese too,
Ooh,
from
yes,
Liverpool. Yeah,
Liverpool, yeah, against
bro.
AC Milan.
Bro, how have we missed those kind of goals? We were just talking about this 2 weeks ago. I said we don't have midfielders anymore that take shots, that score goals from 30
That's
years
not,
out, 25
yeah.
years out. We don't have that anymore. So hopefully, KDB can change the game and bring that back, bro. He's been doing it week in, week out. Right now,
Jeez.
he's arguably the best player in the world right now. I know we are all focused on goals, goals, goals. That's why Haaland is the talk of town. There was a time when we were all talking about Mbappe every single time. But KDB is doing it week in, week out in the league, in the
Yeah,
Champions
KDB
League.
is a man. I wouldn't say best player in the world. I think honestly, I think Mbappe is the best player in the world. He hasn't had much action because he's not in the Champions League, but hey, you know he's there like
Yeah,
y'all forgot about me. He's
yeah,
coming. So he's still the best player in the world. But KDB is top three for sure, and the best midfielder in the world. He's the best midfielder in the
right.
world for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, we gotta talk about the matchup, the battle. Let me call it battle between Vinicius and Kyle Walker. Bro, that was a good hit to hit.
See,
You
honestly,
gotta give it to get Kyle Walker, bro. At his
you
age,
gotta give it to him, man. You gotta give it
he's,
to
he's
him.
still,
He
he's still
should be
doing his thing.
like he should be here doing podcasts with us, but he's there. He's there. He's there playing with this boys,
he's,
man.
he's still doing
Just
his thing.
still
He's still
running.
he's still doing his thing. So going forward, what are you expecting in the second leg? You know,
Oh man,
we're
honestly,
going back to England.
yeah, we're going back
You
to
know,
England. So here's the
this
thing,
this,
right?
this match shouldn't have ended 1-1. There were a couple of bad calls. You see that we also
Man,
that Carlo Ancelotti.
all the handballs, man.
Yes, Carlo Ancelotti was really really mad and angry at the referees. You got a yellow card for it, but I think he's right. To be angry because come on, man. If you're not the first one, second one, third one, bro, come on, fourth one, fifth one. Like how many handballs do you want these guys to get away with?
Man,
We always have this argument every single season,
ball
maybe
to
every
hand,
two
ball,
matches, ball to
ball.
hand to ball, leg to. It shouldn't matter. The rule. They have to come to we have to come to a point where we have to make a concrete rule. This is football, not handball. This ain't no volleyball or
So,
basketball.
so
You
you're
know,
saying you're saying there should be a rule that once the ball touches your hand is a
when the ball touches
penalty.
your hand, it should be a penalty.
Man,
It should be a
you're gonna have players playing the ball like this, defending like this, bro.
yeah,
Oh, the
because
hands.
the cross from Vinicius, right? You
Mhm.
know, got handled by Stones, right?
Okay.
So definitely, by that ball touching his hand, it changed the direction of the pass. Okay, so that's a
Okay.
handball. That's a handball any day, anytime. You know, it's a different thing if the ball kept going where he intended it to go, but by
And there
that
was
ball
one
touching
that
his
Stones. There was one that Stones did towards the end of the game too. Stones. I
right,
saw that.
yeah, yeah. So that too is a penalty. That is a penalty because we have seen it several times. We saw the one against I think that was Arsenal, and they didn't give it to Arsenal. That was a penalty. No, it was Newcastle. Newcastle on Arsenal. They didn't give it to
Okay.
Newcastle. You know, and we saw how that impacted the game. Right, that completely the face of the game because Newcastle would have gone 1-0 up first half, and
Yeah.
few minutes after that, Odegaard did his thing. Same thing that KDB did today. So we are beginning to see attacking midfielders coming through big time for their teams when it matters.
When it
You know,
matters.
that
Yeah.
that that match was dead and buried, but KDB came through big time for
Definitely.
Manchester City.
You don't
He came
score
to
if you
me,
don't take the shot. You don't score. You know?
you know, and
Yeah.
the fact that Gundogan trusted him to lay that ball for him, he said.
Seriously, did you just say trusted him? Seriously? I mean,
he
I
said,
mean, there's one
he
person
said, do
to
your thing.
trust. KDB. You gotta trust KDB.
Yeah, he said, do your thing, bro, and
Do
he
your
did his
thing.
thing. He did
That
his
was a
thing,
that was a stunner. But I tell you
bro,
this though. I
bro.
take let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. Um, Angelotti is a good coach. He's a great coach. Whatever. I like that dude. Like he's great, right?
Yeah,
He's a legend. But I tell you this though. You heard it from me first, bro. If Madrid is knocked out of Champions League,
yeah.
Angelotti is not coming back to coach Real Madrid.
Hmm.
But here's the thing, though. Whether he comes back, I know he's not coming back if they, unless the only way he secures his job is if they win the Champions League. If they get knocked out, he's not coming back.
So
Now,
are you saying he's gonna retire or he's gonna move to a different team?
no, he's not gonna retire. Like he's gonna be fired. How do I need? How do you want me to say? How do you want me to say that? Do I need to put it nicely? He's gonna be fired. But but he's done a great job. And I'll tell you something though. Madrid as a club is in good hands, because the future is bright, man. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this young boys, man. I'm looking at Chomini, Camavinga, Vinicius, Rodrigo, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Real Madrid, and even though you're not seeing it right now, Chelsea, I know you're not seeing it right now, right?
Yeah.
Real Madrid and Chelsea will rule European football for the next 4 years.
For the next 4 years.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
first of
I know
all,
you're not seeing it right now, especially Chelsea.
yeah, first of all, Chelsea have to figure out what they want to do with their goalkeeper,
They have to get a goalie and a coach.
because Kepa is not it, and I don't know what's going on with Mendy. I've heard rumors that he's leaving anyway. But um, back to the topic: Real Madrid versus Manchester City. If you are Pep or Carlo Ancelotti, how do you approach the second leg? You know, do you go out there with caution and still, because today's game we saw two great teams going head to head against each other. They both played with tremendous amount of regard and respect for each other, because you know that if you make a mistake, you're gonna get punished for it. You know, so we saw two chances in the game, and the chances were stunners, great, beautiful goals.
Of course, of course.
So second leg, you're playing away from home, Real Madrid. What's your game plan here?
Okay, so before I address that, at halftime, I said that Pep's plan was not working, right?
Okay, yep, you're right.
He made some, he fixed something, right? And they got a result. And don't forget, this was an away game, even though it doesn't really matter in Champions League anymore, right? But
Right.
I think that they will be more comfortable at home. I think the 1-1 was a good result for Man City. All right.
Okay.
They, going home, they're gonna play more relaxed. And the the guys the ones who are just, not the stars. I'm talking about the other guys are gonna step up because they're gonna have the home support, to motivate them to step up to the plate. So you
Yeah.
expect a different game back home, right? Real Madrid, Real Madrid. I think that this is a game that they should have won. All right, that's a game that they should have won. But if there's anybody, bro, if there's any team that I'm not worried about whether they are playing away or home, it's Real Madrid. It doesn't really matter if they're home or away. So that's one thing that I'm not really worried. I mean, it's not like they're going to
And it's
massive.
Champions League. Let's put it that way. It's Champions League.
Yeah, it's
When it comes
Champions
to,
League.
when it comes to Champions League, they always come true. I don't know. I think Champions League is their better right.
And they're defending champions. They're the defending champions. So does it really matter where they're playing?
Right?
You know?
Yeah. What about that? Yeah, you're right. So,
So besides,
Pep Guardiola, if you are Pep, do you come back with that your invented 4-3-2-1
man, don't
formation? So
man, don't try,
that
don't
formation
try,
didn't work tonight.
don't try that
You saw
formation.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't
Don't
try
try
that
it in the
formation.
second half. Yeah, in the second leg. Excuse me. Yeah.
Don't try that against Real Madrid. Don't do that.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, public announcement. All right.
You cannot play three at the back
Do not play
against.
3-2-4-1 against Real Madrid.
Again,
Don't do that in the second leg. If you do that,
you're out.
how do we say that? How do we say that?
last, last,
Last.
last. You know,
Everybody
chop
go
break,
chop
chop
breakfast.
break fast. So
Say bye bye, yo.
all right, brother. You know, so we all enjoyed this game. It was a good game, and
Most
tomorrow we have
definitely.
another fixture tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
before
But
we go,
also,
we have like
but
less than a minute.
how does this impact? How does this impact Premier League?
We said it. We call it. This is the best Premier League side in a long time, and
Okay.
Real Madrid is not at their best right now, but yet they struggled. You know, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They struggled. So
Do you think
you know,
that? Do you think that?
so I'm still saying it again. La Liga is better than Premier League.
So does Arsenal? Does Arsenal? I mean, psychologically, right? Does the result of this game and the anticipation of the next game, does it
Oh,
affect
okay.
how City plays? The
Premier
next
League.
game. Yeah, the
Okay.
Premier League game.
Okay.
Is there hope? Is there hope for Arsenal?
I think it's gonna be an advantage for Arsenal. You know,
Okay.
because right now Pep Pep was hoping to win today, so he can go home and relax and focus on Premier League. Now he sees that he has a lot of work to do. You know, he's got a
Mm,
lot of work to do because and now he's gonna try to figure out who is gonna race. Because you see, he didn't make any change. He didn't make any changes in entire match. He didn't make any
no,
changes.
I don't think he
You
did.
know,
Did he? I
he
don't
didn't make
think
any
he did.
changes, and here is why he didn't do that. Because now you see, he thought he was gonna win this game comfortably, you know, but he couldn't. So now, why are you gonna try to risk more players being fatigued and tired when you know you have games coming up, difficult games, decisive games for the league? So you see, he decided to just grind it out with this starting 11. You know, that way he's gonna have more options for the upcoming games in Premier League. So this is gonna affect him because the guys that he played today are tired. You know, are tired. We saw what happened to Brighton. You know, they use all their energy to play Manchester United, and then they use the exact same squad to play Everton, and they got punished for it. You know, these guys are playing a match every 3 days, every 2 days. That's a lot. This
Yeah,
is a
that's
lot.
a lot.
So now they travel to Spain and they have to go back to England, and then who are they playing next? So this is gonna affect them in the next couple of years. I won't be surprised if they lose their next game.
Who are they playing?
I won't be surprised. Good question. Let me see what they play next. So actually, they are
I hope it's not
playing.
Brighton.
They are playing Everton.
And Everton
They're-
is fighting relegation, right?
yes, Everton is fighting relegation. So they're fired
Mm.
up right now. They're sitting they're sitting just 2 points outside relegation. You know, so they need a win. They need a win to move to safety. And you know you don't want to play a team that's fighting relegation
No,
in the
you
Premier
don't.
League. You
You
don't want
don't.
to play relegation. So we saw a lot of great matchups. Alaba did a great job keeping Haaland quiet. They did a
Definitely.
tremendous job. You know, you have to give
Definitely.
it to them. You have to give it to them. Um,
Kamavinga did a number on
Kamavinga
Silva.
came through big time. We were talking about him earlier.
Yep.
Bro. That he came through big time. That guy is a baller. He's a baller.
But then I'm
His,
sick.
his ability to he has his ability to be able to transition from the back to the midfield and
Bro, he's not a defender. He's a box to box midfielder.
midfielder.
Box to box.
Bro, he's doing it with ease. He's doing it with ease. You know,
Man.
can you imagine if Real Madrid had another left back? It's fulfilling, and they put him in midfield for him to be able to freely roam like that. He reminds me of Kante two seasons
Kante!
ago. Yeah, he
You're
reminds
the
me of
man.
Kante.
You're the man. That's exactly what I was thinking right now.
Yeah, he reminds me of
He's
Kante.
a Kante. He's a Kante,
Yeah.
bro. That's
So
that's what he
we
is.
are going to enjoy him as a footballer in the next few
Could you imagine?
seasons.
Could you imagine having Kamavinga, right? Kamavinga and Fernandez in the midfield. So Chelsea,
Enzo Fernandez.
Fernandez from Chelsea.
Okay, Enzo, yeah,
Yeah,
Enzo. Okay,
the Argentine.
yeah.
Chelsea, hey, I know you're spending money buying players and all that stuff. You're buying the wrong players. You need a striker, a solid striker, a finisher, and you need Kamavinga.
You need Calvin, yeah,
And then
and a
you
goalkeeper.
need to bring back the special one.
Yeah, and a goalkeeper. Yep, and you bring a special one. Yep.
Bring back the special one, and then a goalie
Okay.
maybe.
Well, before we wrap this up, brother, tomorrow we have a very solid game tomorrow coming up. Real
Who's playing?
Madrid and AC Milan, Inter Milan. So basically, the AC Milan, Inter Milan.
AC
What,
Milan,
what,
Inter Milan is great. Is gonna be so uh that's Champions League, right?
yes, they're playing tomorrow
I mean,
at the same
so
time.
this guy, so the rest of the world is out there playing Champions League, and AC Milan and Inter Milan are playing Serie A, bro. They're playing Serie A. I'm calling it Champions League.
they've been playing Serie A since quarterfinals. They play Napoli, and then now they're playing AC Milan. So
Who is on top of the table right now when it comes to? I know Napoli has won Serie A, but who is ahead? AC Milan and Inter Milan.
um, let me look that up real quick. I think it's Inter Milan ahead of AC Milan.
Okay, I don't even care
Yes,
who is on top. I don't even care who's on
yes,
top. I don't care if it's AC
yes.
Milan.
They're just 2 points apart from each other.
I don't even care if Inter Milan is number one in the league or
Yeah,
whatever.
Inter Milan is number 4. AC Milan is number
I
5.
don't care if AC Milan is being relegated or whatever, but AC Milan, for some reason, man, they just know how to. I don't see what they play, but they just know how to
It's
somehow.
my boy Giroud.
It's
My
Giroud
boy
and
Giroud.
Leao.
And
Is that how you
they'll
say his
come.
name, Leao?
Yeah, Leo. Okay. So who are you picking on with that one? AC Milan or Inter Milan?
Man, it's a tough one. I have to sleep on it, but I know that game is a 1-0 game.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Real Madrid, Manchester City, great game, great matchup. He had to take some moments of awesomeness from KDB to bring this one level. You know,
respect.
a couple of bad calls from the ref. I think they should have gotten at least one penalty out of all the handballs. But it is what it is. If you want to keep having discussions about referees, I think it's every single game. We will always have something to talk about when it comes to the referees. That's why they're gonna have to make blanket rules. We have to be consistent with the rules.
Yes,
So I
sir.
think one day we're gonna have a podcast and just talk about what qualifies as a penalty, handballs. You know?
Yeah, I mean, this is a podcast. Maybe we can talk about it one of these days. But
Yeah, we
also,
will talk about it.
people who are watching this, just let us know how we can make this better. How we can get you more involved, and
Right.
just let us know. Tweet
Yeah.
us, let us
Leave
know.
leave comments. Leave comments. Send us DMs. We want to make this podcast like something that we can be able to welcome anybody. And then we can
Of
all share
course,
our views and enjoy the beautiful, beautiful game together. So
and let us know
that's
what
our
let us know what you
yeah.
thought about the game too. Let's discuss. Let's
All
let's
right.
let's jump on it. Let's talk.
Jump on it. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, brother. So I guess I'll catch you next game.
Hey,
Next match.
all right, my man. Have a good day, man.
All right. You too, bro. Peace.
Ole, ole, ole,
Ole,
ole.
ole, ole. Ole.